here to share my story with all of you as a survivor. And I'm here not only for myself, but I'm here for every woman and child that has ever been beaten, has ever been raped, has ever been sexually molested. Closer? Close and personal. Hey. Many years ago, all through growing up, because of the sexual and verbal and physical abuse, I lost my voice. And it's amazing how an event like this can take you right back through a black hole to that place and time. My father was very charming. He was very charismatic, but he was also like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He could turn on a dime and go into a rage. We never knew which one of us would be at the brunt of that rage. One Saturday when I was 11 years old, I was sitting at the kitchen table. We were having breakfast. My mother had just put hot blueberry muffins on the table, and she was walking out with the scrambled eggs. And as she set them down, my father said they weren't cooked right. And she said, "But I made them like I always make them." And with that, he backhanded her so hard, she flew across our entire kitchen and hit her head on a cupboard and fell to the floor. I thought my mother was dead. I ran to her, I grabbed her, and I put her in my arms. I held her. A few moments later, she came to. She looked me in my eyes and said, "Please, go get ready, brush your teeth and grab your parka. It's almost time for your Uncle Bud and Cousin Debbie to come and get you and your father to go skiing." I said, "No, I hate my father. I will not get in a car with my father after he has done this to you." And my mother looked at me and said again, "Please, be a good girl for me. Go brush your teeth and get ready." So I did as I was told. One more time, as I put my hand on the doorknob, I left the trauma of my house behind and put on the mask that I always wore, the mask of the sweet, kind, cheerful little girl. I jumped into the car with my cousin in the back seat, laughing and giggling and talking to her. But inside, my heart was broken. It ached. It would be many years until I would have the memories come back all the way into my 40s of the sexual molestations from my father that started when I was just 2 years old. I told my mother and my sisters when I started having these memories, and they told me, "Oh, this couldn't happen in our family." No, it didn't happen. My sister said, "It's a false memory." My mother said, "If you want to kill me, just pursue this." So once again, I was left alone to deal with this. A few years ago, I was invited by the Nobel Women Peace Laureates to a conference on ending rape as a tool of war. But I really believe that we can't make an effect, a change in the outer world, until we change our own inner world. So I jumped on a plane and I flew out to talk to my mother. I told her about the conference, and I told her, I said, "Mama, I'm here to ask you if you can be my ally, if you can stand behind me. It's time for my voice to be set free. Can you do that?" And she said, "Yes. Please tell me what happened." We stayed up late into the night. She asked me endless questions, and she listened with all of her heart. It was one of the biggest blessings of my life to witness my mother move out of denial, to finally see me and hear me after all these years. And one of the effects of sexual abuse and physical abuse is that we believe that we're the bad thing that happened to us. So for so many years, I thought there was something bad about myself. I now know that bad things happen, but we're not bad because of them. And I know with all my heart that the light of who we are, our deepest essence, can never, ever be corrupted. And I just want to say, I also know now that 1 out of every 3 women will be sexually molested, raped, or beaten in her lifetime. With 7 billion people on our planet, that adds up to more than 1 billion women. People ask me, what's the point of telling a story of something like this? Doesn't it just perpetuate and keep the story alive? And I say no. These things, these atrocities, continue in the darkness. And they will continue until we bring them up to the light. And we have an opportunity now to create a new paradigm, a new world, a world of love that works for all life. Thank you for each one of you being here, rising.